Hey everyone, welcome back to Car Auto Tune-Up. If you're new here, this is the channel where we break down the latest cars with an eye for detail, everything from design, performance, and tech, to real-world value. And today, we're diving deep into one of Nissan's most talked about future cars, the 2026 Nissan Maxima. This is a model surrounded by buzz, questions, and even a little bit of mystery, because the Maxima isn't just any sedan. It's been Nissan's flagship four-door for decades, and this new version looks to rewrite the story in an era dominated by electric vehicles. Now, before we jump into the car itself, let's set the scene. For years, the Maxima was known as the four-door sports car, combining sedan practicality with a bit of attitude. It gave buyers a sense of premium driving without climbing into a luxury badge. But times have changed. Gas-powered sedans are slowly stepping aside, and Nissan is realigning its portfolio around electric power. So the 2026 Maxima, if and when it arrives, won't just be another update. It could be a complete transformation, a bold EV fastback designed to take on Tesla, Hyundai, Kia, and Volkswagen in the electric sedan segment. That's why enthusiasts and casual buyers alike are so curious about it. As you move to the side profile, the Maxima really starts to show off its new personality. The roofline flows back in one unbroken arc, almost coupe-like, with flush door handles that pop out when touched. Strong character lines run along the doors, emphasizing length, while slightly flared fenders give it some muscularity. The proportions suggest a longer wheelbase than before, which not only enhances presence but also frees up space inside. Large alloy wheels, likely 19 or 20-inch depending on the trim, fill the arches, and the whole stance feels planted, like it's ready to move. In a segment where aerodynamics matter for efficiency, this side profile tells you Nissan is serious about range and performance, but it also tells you they still care about styling. Now, walking around to the rear, you'll find perhaps the most futuristic angle. The taillights span the entire width of the car in one thin strip, with the Nissan logo illuminated at the center. The rear glass slopes sharply, meeting a subtle integrated spoiler that gives it a fastback vibe. The bumper is clean, free from exhaust cutouts, since this is all electric. Instead, you see a focus on sculpting and road dynamics in underbody diffusers, flush surfacing, and maybe even active aero on higher trims. It's minimalist but not bland, and it leaves a strong impression that this is a sedan designed for the next decade, not the last one. Step inside, and the 2026 Maxima's cabin feels like a huge leap forward. Gone are the days of heavy buttons and dated layouts, so what you get instead is an open, tech-driven environment. Two massive 12.3-inch screens dominate the dashboard, one serving as a fully digital driver's cluster with customizable layouts, and the other handling infotainment duties with haptic feedback and crisp graphics. The system supports wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, over-the-air updates, and even customizable themes so you can match the cabin's digital vibe to your mood. A large head-up display projects navigation and safety alerts right onto the windshield, reducing distraction. The seating is designed to balance comfort with sportiness. Front seats are deeply contoured, available with heating, cooling, and even massage on upper trims. Materials range from high-quality cloth on base versions to leather, suede, or even eco-friendly recycled textiles on premium trims. The flat EV floor means more legroom for rear passengers, and the sloping roofline, while sporty, is balanced by clever packaging to preserve headroom. Subtle ambient lighting wraps around the cabin, with customizable colors that shift from calming blues to energetic reds depending on drive mode. And yes, Nissan's long-standing partnership with Bose is expected to continue, with a premium multi-speaker audio system turning the cabin into a concert hall. Of course, a modern sedan has to deliver more than just looks and comfort, it has to perform. This is where the EV-powered reign comes in. The base version of the Maxima will likely offer a single motor, under-the-hood front-wheel drive setup producing around 214 horsepower. That's not jaw-dropping, but it's smooth, quick off the line thanks to instant torque, and perfectly adequate for everyday driving. For those craving more, Nissan is expected to offer a dual-motor all-wheel drive version with e-force technology, pushing output closer to 389 horsepower. That's in line with the Ariya SUV's top configuration, and in a lower, lighter sedan body, it should feel even quicker. 0 to 60 times could dip into the mid-4-second range, making it genuinely sporty, again a true nod to its four-door sports car heritage. Battery options are expected to mirror the Ariya as well, with a smaller 63 kWh pack good for around 216 miles of range and a larger 87 kWh pack stretching closer to 300 miles. That's competitive, though not class-leading, compared to Tesla or Hyundai. Fast charging capability will be standard, though Nissan's charging curve isn't the fastest in the business, so real-world charging times might lag behind rivals. Still, for most buyers, the balance of range, performance, and comfort will hit the sweet spot. And with the Maxima's sleeker, more aerodynamic shape, there's a chance Nissan squeezes out a few extra miles compared to the Ariya. Safety and tech are another big part of the equation. Expect Nissan's full ProPilot Assist suite to come standard or at least on most trims, including adaptive cruise control, lane centering, blind spot intervention, and traffic sign recognition. Higher trims could add hands-free highway driving in certain conditions, making long trips less stressful. Add to that features like automatic emergency braking with pedestrian detection, rear cross-traffic alert, and a 360-degree camera system, and the Maxima will tick all the boxes buyers expect in 2026. Now let's talk price, because for many, this will make or break the car. Early estimates suggest a starting price around $44,000 for the base single-motor model, while the dual-motor AWD versions with bigger batteries could push past $60,000 fully loaded. That places the Maxima squarely in competition with the Hyundai Ioniq 6, the Kia EV6 sedan variant, the Tesla Model 3 long-range, and even the Volkswagen ID.7. It's a crowded field, and Nissan will have to nail the balance of features and pricing to carve out space. But here's the twist: the rumors suggest the Maxima's revival may actually be paused, with Nissan focusing resources on crossovers and smaller EVs that promise higher sales volume. That means the 2026 Maxima we're envisioning may not hit showrooms exactly on schedule, if at all. And yet, the fact that Nissan has teased it shows they know there's a loyal following for a sporty, stylish sedan. If they can bring it to market, it has the potential to remind people why the Maxima name still matters. So where does that leave us? If you're a fan of the Maxima's history, this 2026 model could be a dream come true. A sleek design, advanced tech, real performance, and all-electric power. If you're new to the nameplate, it might just look like an exciting alternative to the usual EV suspects. Either way, it's a car worth keeping an eye on, even if we have to wait a little longer than expected. That's our deep dive on the 2026 Nissan Maxima. What do you think? Should Nissan push forward with this sedan, or are sedans fading too fast in the EV era? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because I want to hear from you. If you enjoyed this review and want more in-depth looks at upcoming models, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next episode of Car Auto Tune-Up. Until next time, keep your engine or your battery charged, and I'll see you on the road.